What's up, guys? I am here to chat with you all about cancellations. They're so frustrating. I hear about people getting so frustrated about people no-showing, late canceling. It happens to us all the time. And there's something just so infuriating about it, right? Like, come on, people, respect our time. So I hear so many hairstylists talk about their frustration with clients canceling, no-showing, late canceling. I get it. I've been a hairstylist for 18 years. I've been there. But what I see all the time in the classes I teach and the speaking events I go to is I always say, how many people have a cancellation policy? And like everyone's hands go up. And I tell them, keep your hands there. Now, how many of you enforce your cancellation policy? And it's like, I just see hands come down. Here's the thing, guys. A cancellation policy doesn't work unless you enforce it. And I know that's not the answer you probably want to hear. The thing is that you're gonna have to have uncomfortable conversations and people aren't gonna be happy. And that's the number one reason why I see people frustrated about people no-showing. They're actually not frustrated with their clients. You're actually not as frustrated with your clients as you think. You're actually more, ready for it, frustrated with yourself. Oh, that's so not the answer I know you were looking for. I know you just wanted to complain, and it feels really good to complain about people not respecting us. Let me let you in on a little secret. No one's gonna respect you unless you respect yourself first. Unless you set the standard. People will continue to treat you the way you allow them to treat you. This is the thing. If you don't enforce the cancellation policy, no one's gonna offer it up. No one's gonna be like, you know what, I no-showed you and you're not charging me, but I'm gonna pay. Now maybe there's like a 1% of people that do that. That's awesome. But you teach people how to treat you. And the hardest part about this is that now you're gonna have to undo the patterns that you've set up with your clients. That those people, it's not just about all of a sudden tomorrow being like, okay, I'm gonna start enforcing my cancellation policy. That's gonna disrupt shit. That's gonna cause people to freak out. But the thing is that you can get back on track. You can get your cancellation policy in effect and enforcing it. You can change the way you do business so that you have no more no-shows, you have no more late cancellations. You can get people to start respecting you. But what I need you to learn first is that you need to respect yourself and your business enough to want to put in the work to get the change. It's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some dedication, and it's gonna take getting a little uncomfortable. I don't know why I'm saying that. But the thing is that you have to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to have those conversations, and you have to be willing to know that you're gonna lose some clients for it. People will only pay you what you charge them, and people will only do what you ask. People aren't gonna offer it up. Think of it as, so this is my example I like to use. If a kid kicks and screams and the parent always shushes them with candy, then the moment that the parent realizes, I'm not a parent, so I don't know. Once again, you guys know my examples. Sometimes they just are weird. It's all about creating new habits. So if a kid starts to cry and a parent always shushes it with some candy, then they know that they can just kind of like, and they'll get candy. And then if the parent starts to realize, wait, I can't keep giving I just got food come up in my mouth. I can't keep giving them candy to shush them. They need to learn that they just can't cry like this at whenever. Once again, go with my example. So when the parent decides that, you know what, if they make a little peep, I'm not gonna reward them with candy, there's a habit there that's formed. And that kid or that baby or whatever knows that they can just go, and the parent gives them candy. But when that behavior changes, when that parent decides to no longer give the kid candy, it's usually gonna get worse. They're gonna be like, wait, why am I not getting what I normally get? When I do this is the response. This is my little hand thing. But then they realize, wait, so they might kick and scream. They might get louder, like, no, you didn't hear me. When I do this, you give me this. But when a change in behavior happens, or when boundaries are enforced, or a cancellation policy is enforced, they're gonna know that they can be like, what? Like if they continue to be like, oh, so sorry, I was running late, or they have excuses and you've always been like, okay, don't worry about it. People learn those patterns and they're subconscious a lot of the time. When you think your clients are taking advantage of you, they're not always taking advantage of you. It's just a habit the two of you created unconsciously and how things are navigated through your relationship. So I want you to think about when you start wanting to enforce your cancellation policy, you're going to have to start thinking about ways to communicate it to them clearly, letting them know that things are changing, showing them empathy that you understand that change is hard, but that you're really doing this for them, to make their life easier, to make their appointments more accessible so that you have more availability, so you can be able to get somebody else in that spot so your business can continue to thrive, so that you can stay in business, so that you can continue to give your client the amazing service that they love and come to you for. So there's my little tidbit on the frustration with cancellations. I get it, but know that you're not as frustrated with your client as you are with yourself. So I want you to leave me a comment below if you're ready to start enforcing your cancellation policy and you're ready to get a little uncomfortable, to start putting you and your business first so you can start growing and seeing massive change.